Before I break out the new flashlight, I wanted to talk briefly about the 3 flashlights or 4 flashlights I've been using. On the past few camping trips, I've been frustrated and started doing research to get a better flashlight because there's been so many improvements in LED technology and battery technology. I've been using this for 20 years. It's a cheap Energizer flashlight that pulls out like a lamp. It's been a staple on every camping trip, pretty much because of that feature. So you can hang it from the ceiling of the tent and you have a decent amount of light, but it's not very bright. It's between 30 and 50 lumens, I don't even know. But it finally went kaput this last camping trip, so I needed to find a flashlight that had a low lumen mode. So that was basically the first thing. I'd already done tons of research and figured out that I wanted a low lumen mode because I was tired of switching back and forth between flashlights. This one is great for the campsite. It's an Ozark Trail. It's 150 lumens, so it's nice and bright. You can gather firewood in the immediate area, and it's just general purpose. But it's too bright to use inside the tent at night when your eyes are used to the dark. It just is blinding and you can't see anything. And so it was frustrating that we didn't have a low lumen flashlight except for the headlamp, which is annoying to use at night because you're laying down and you can't wear this on your head, and just not as easy to use as a regular flashlight in the middle of the night. And this one's too big and heavy to use. So on the last camping trip, this was great because I could find wood with this. It has a zooming lens and it's 940 lumens, nice and bright, but it's very cumbersome and heavy, and that was getting annoying. My boys, even though I bought them flashlights, would borrow these and not put them back where I had put them, and I was constantly tracking down flashlights and was just ending up using this most of the time, and had to get on them about, this flashlight goes right here because that's where I know where it is. So I was getting frustrated with switching back and forth between flashlights and having them get misplaced and just the extra weight and having to bring extra batteries. So in my research, I honed in on probably around 5 different flashlights that really were coming close to what I was looking for, including some of the Archer flashlights from THRUNITE. And I was going to get an Archer. That was the first plan because it had the modes I was looking for and some other features, and it was tactical and had the tail cap switch and all that. But I just went with my gut and went for lumens. I figured it's a flashlight, I want the lumens, and so I'll show you what I got. Get a holster, a flashlight, a clip, and spare O-rings. So this is waterproof, which is nice. You can turn this on underwater and cycle through the modes. Just to do a size comparison. So it's a pretty small little flashlight with a clip. I wish the clip was reversible, which it's not. One of my gripes. I don't have the lumen specs on this exactly because there's some variations in the research I've been doing, but at the very high end, this is close to, I've seen as high as 480 lumens on turbo. It says in the literature that it's 300 and something, but it's between 300 and 500 lumens, somewhere in there, so around 400 lumens is what I figure, which is incredible for a flashlight this size. So that's half as powerful as this one. It's 3 times more powerful, or 2.5 times more powerful than this one. Blows this one away. But this one has 3 modes. It has low, medium, high, and it has 2 hidden modes. It has a moonlight mode, and then it has a turbo mode. So you have plenty of range of modes to use inside a tent, to use around a campsite, but also to scan out a little farther. So this is a great little EDC flashlight. It's not tactical, doesn't have a tail switch, doesn't have strobe or SOS or anything like that. It's just different modes for brightness. It's got a little lanyard hole. You still have the moonlight mode at 0.04 lumens. You have, and that's a hidden mode. You have 3 regular modes, low, medium, and high, which if you hold down the button, it'll cycle through those after it's on. And then it has a turbo mode, which you hit by double clicking. So I'll show you those modes when it gets dark. So now this has, at the high end, I've read 800 lumens, even though the literature says 730. I think they underestimate a little bit. So it was advertised as an 800 lumen flashlight, and I think it's close to that. So this is right up there with this one. And now it feels more like a mag light. It's a little easier to hang on to, and this is a cool feature of this flashlight. So there's some things I didn't like. One, I said that the clip is not reversible, but in this configuration it actually is reversible. So it rattles when you shake it, the batteries do, which it's not that bad. It doesn't bother me that much. Some people are irked by it. The holster does not fit when the flashlight's in this configuration, so it would have been nice if they would have figured out a way to fix that. But all in all, I think this is the first flashlight I've ever been excited enough to do a video on. So when it gets dark, I'll cycle through the modes and show you how bright this thing is.